Welcome back to Chase Cupid and Poetry. Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to get into a topic that's going to be a lot of fun. And tonight, we have all 5 cast members here to talk about the topic. Ladies and gentlemen, let me just do my all-star cast. Johnson Jean, Big Boss.
Yes, sir.
Lover Boy, Gary Mitchell.
Yep, the one and only.
Miss Maru.
Hey, what's going on, people?
And the Rude Boy.
I'm back.
And you already know me, I'm Cupid. Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to get into a fun topic. Many people are going to disagree with each other. I hope so. But we'll see. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, after breaking up, should partners continue with relationship ties? Should you keep in touch with friends of the other person's partner? Should you keep in touch with the family? Should you even go to the same gym? Hell no. But once again, ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. Chasing Cupid and Poetry, live in effect. Let me say this, man. Once you break up with somebody, is it a bad thing to try to strip everything away you brought to them to the table? Is that basically a bad thing? Let me ask the table that question. Gary Mitchell, what would you say?
No, it's not a bad thing.
No.
And Miss Maru?
I think it depends on the individuals, on the maturity or immaturity.
Oh, wait, so it depends on the maturity and immaturity?
Yeah, I think it depends on how people see attachment. That's what I think.
All right, I'm going to come back to that one. Rude Boy, what's up?
It is a bad thing.
It's a bad... So should you strip it away or should you not?
You shouldn't.
All right, let me go at the 2 first that said, yeah, you should. Let me go to Big Boss. Big Boss, would you mind if you broke up with somebody and they
I'm not
continuously...
gonna keep ties with them.
No, I'm saying...
That boy ain't playing no game.
Cut it quick.
I'm not gonna do it.
All right, but would you mind if your partner tried to keep ties with your family, but they just try to come over?
For what? Because if she keep coming over, that means she wants something. She want me.
Do it for the vibe.
How about
I ain't gonna do it. Do it for the vibe.
how about if she just wants to basically, she felt as though she doesn't have a family like yours? She feels as though she felt
She
comfortable
gotta
with
find
your
her own
family.
family, dude. Like, nah, cause no, that's my stomping ground. You
Yeah.
get what I'm saying? Cause I know you see me there all the time. Your emotions gonna run through your head when you see me bring another girl there. And I ain't got time for you mugging and all that
Stuff.
nonsense, all that
I
stuff.
gotta
All right.
agree
You
with
get
that.
what I'm saying?
I gotta agree with that.
I just her feelings and cause I'm already. Because you put me in an uncompromised situation. Because if I bring on one of my shows, you know what I'm saying, and you right there just looking mad, now you want to fight her? No, you're going to have to leave.
But what girl are you
This
dealing
is why.
with?
This is why I love when Big Boss is on the show. All right, let's go to Gary Mitchell. Well, you said no ties. So what's the deal? Why wouldn't you keep any ties? Like, could your ex still come to your house and chill with your mom and your brother?
Oh, man, you know what?
Some don't know. Some really don't know the limits. So let us know.
You know what? My ex actually still does that.
What?
I actually find it very funny. Listen, like I don't get it. I think it's like very humorous. But my ex is like best buddies with my brother. Like she like everything he puts on Facebook, she like stalks him. I'm like, damn, you ain't got no friends? Like, yo.
You sure she don't like your brother?
Hey, she might. That would be hilarious to me because like she don't have a chance. She not my brother type.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
The
I'm not
poo-poo
gonna
don't
say.
have no eyes.
I'm not gonna say much on air, but trust me.
All right. So
But-
would you?
No, but you know what? I don't think it's a bad thing if you restrict your ex from seeing your family and stuff like that. Because it's like, me personally, if I break up with you, then I don't really want to really be around you. Although I am contradicting myself a little bit because one of my exes, her family still loves me, and but she has a little brother that, you know, I actually kind of mentor a little bit.
Yeah.
So, you know, we had that relationship before, and for that reason, I still maintain contact with them. So, but I don't go over there and just be like, hey, what's up? How you doing? So who you date these days? Like, that's just like, nah, I don't do stuff like that. Just like I really I don't want my exes around me. I know that much. If we broke up, your pictures gone. Your name in my phone is gonna stay around for 3 months just to make sure when that number calls, you know, I know to ignore it. I don't want to see you. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to skate with you. I don't want to kick with you. I'm nothing. I'm moving on. I'm looking forward.
All right, so
Deuces.
Miss Maru, would you allow
I can't be mad at that. Go ahead.
would you allow your kid? I mean, I'm sorry.
What's on your mind? You got kids out there you need to see?
For the record,
I was thinking about the kid. He said.
for the record, I have no kids.
Would you allow basically your ex to continuously go to your house or whatnot?
No, definitely not. When you posed the question previously, you asked.
Oh, no, this is a separate question. right
Oh,
now.
okay.
He does that all the
no,
time,
well, because
right?
the thing is that when
This
I
is a separate
answered,
question.
when I stated my stance in the beginning, I said it depended on the individual and things like that. So because you asked about, to Jay and
Really?
Loverboy.
Wow. Wow.
And on Loverboy, when you asked me, it was about family. So when it comes to that, I do have to agree with them. Those ties need to be cut. I think it is very unhealthy for, excuse me, for a relationship, or for the lack of that relationship again. I think that it is not conducive to growth in another area for both partner, for both individuals involved.
All right. How about Rude Boy over there shaking his head with his sunglasses, looking like Ray Charles? Go ahead. What's your thoughts?
The thing is, am I with somebody at the time? Let me ask you that.
Oh, I mean, yeah. All right. Let's
If
put
I-
it in the same sense with somebody and without somebody. Which one?
If I'm with somebody, you have to have the respect for the new person that you're speaking to. But at the same time, if I know when I was speaking to somebody, I had an ex who would come by the house. I didn't have a problem with it because she knew her boundaries. When you're not with somebody, I think it's all right. Honestly, on my birthday, I had several exes at my house, and there was no problems. I think it was like 3 or 4 of them, and we all had a great time. And I was hugged up on somebody else, but at the same time, there was a level of respect where they all knew, okay, it was over. See, the thing is, we spoke about in prior and other conversations, communication. Now, I'm sorry, my name is the Rude Boy, and at the end of the day, I think it's just me conversing with them, communicating with them, and I end my relationships on positive terms. But I don't know of too many relationships of mine where I'm not friends with my ex when we finish it.
All right. Big Boss got something for you.
Question. So
Yes.
you mean to tell me you had 3 or 4 exes in your house at the same time?
Yes, Q was there, no lie.
3 or 4. Like, what level was the relationship? Like, how long? Like, give me
I
a
knocked them
period.
down. I dated. When I say knocked them down, I had sex with them. I've been with them for 2 years or more. One was married. She came with her husband. No disrespect. I told her she can come with her husband. The other 2, other dudes wanted to talk to. I said you can speak to them because it's past.
All right.
I gave them permission.
Wait a second. Just to clarify, are these relationships or are these?
They were relationships.
Relationships. Does it sound like
You
that?
had, I can't say her name, where I worked with. I had 2 that I did have a small relationship with.
Small relationship.
Yeah. The one who had the black on.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is
And they all
What
knew
the
about each
level?
other.
relationships.
Oh, no, they didn't know
What,
about
what
each
I'm
other.
saying, relationships
All right,
or
then.
were these
see.
All
relations?
right, that changes everything.
But-
they did not
but
know
if they-
about each other.
When, oh well, let me put it this way.
I think Big Boss is happy to be on his side right
No,
now.
but I'm saying is, out of the 4, there was 2 that knew about each other. So that's the point. It was 2 that knew each other.
But which 2?
Which 2? The one I was hugged up on, and another one.
What other one? What was the level of the other one? Was that the married one?
No,
How long ago?
it was probably no more like 5 years,
All right.
5, 6 years. Yeah.
Sounds like
All right.
it's an interesting party.
5, 6 years. Oh, the party was live though.
I
So,
can imagine.
so tell me, how would y'all even distance yourself in that case? You like if a person does come continuously to your house
yeah.
after you break up with them, and because I had a friend basically that she continued to come, and she looked crazy. That looks crazy.
You know what?
That looks so. How do you tell the? Hey, listen. Didn't I cut you off? Meaning, I cut you off in my family too, homie. Like, how do you even get that in perspective? What would you say to tell somebody that? Could you even have the heart?
Well, are you talking about you're assuming that this person understands logically that because you broke up that she's no longer
It's not
allowed-
logic.
Well, I mean, are you assuming that she would understand that she's no longer allowed in your house if you guys break up?
Yeah, what would you say?
Well, because the thing is that when you make assumptions, you're bound to be disappointed.
What I'm saying, what would you say?
So you have to tell them, I'm not comfortable with you coming around.
Man, that's just hurt. That hurt me, and I don't even go to her house.
Like me personally, I have foot soldiers. What I mean by that is I have my sisters.
Oh,
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, that
and I
works.
always communicate with them because it starts with them. Because I'm pretty sure if she coming over and she's not coming for me, she want to come talk to my sisters.
Yeah.
So I have the conversation with myself. Look, y'all need to ignore her. Like when she rang, tell her y'all busy. You know what I mean? Because me, I'm with you with that. That's very hurtful to tell somebody, hey, don't come to my house. I feel you
yeah.
on that point. And even so, I've done it before, but it's still a hurtful thing to say to somebody. That's why you get your other nonsense soldiers. You like, you know what I'm saying? I got my mom, I got my sister, I got my dog. Just put them in the front yard, you know what I'm saying? Tie them there. You get what
I
I'm
think
saying?
if you're very sensible about it, you know, if let's say you and me were dating or we dated and you're still coming around my house because let's say you were boys with my brother or something like that, but it's really affecting me. Or I feel like it's just very uncomfortable for me. I have to tell you, look, I think that it is uncomfortable for me that you keep coming to my house, and please respect that. I see that. I feel like there is nothing wrong with that.
I think
and if you want to be friends with my brother still, peace out. Like do it like not in my house.
How about you, Gary? You keep laughing. What's the deal?
I can't answer this question because I'm actually still putting some of those methods into
you're
action.
trying to find a way. You're trying to find a way to tell her leave my family alone.
No, I have a method of doing that,
Yeah.
but I'm not talking about the girl that's
currently doing it?
No, her I don't care because like she's actually really a good person. So,
Okay.
You know, she's actually a good friend to anybody. So she want to be friends with my brother. That's cool. But no, there's somebody else who is like kind of doing that, and I have a method that is foolproof, but I can't say what it is because
she'll know what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so Rude Boy, you ever had somebody come to your house that you didn't want to come back? A girl?
No,
None at all?
I haven't. I'm like Mr. Perfect right now.
Oh, so all of your exes, you have no problem with them keeping ties with your family?
No, I don't. But I would say if you flip it on the script, it worked out for my benefit
All right. How so?
because the family kept me around. Eventually, time broke. You know, time was apart. I was able to.
You're talking about the recent.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was able to, kind of, I won't say I used that as my benefit, but if it was there, why not?
I would say if a girl is continuously coming to my house and she ain't supposed to be there, I'm just going to act like I just woke up and pull out my friend and tell him to attack my dog, my other friend that's on my hip. I would just get out of my yard, get away from my house. No, but only if I communicate.
But let me ask you a question. But
only if I communicate. There are crazy ones out there.
I understand. I understand we shouldn't. How can I put this? Like, cause what I want to say is like, is it fair for us to stop a relationship that somebody has great with your mother as a?
Yes.
Let me give you a situation. Like, let's say you date a girl who, she had no family. Your mother kind of became that person that was like her mentor. Let's say over the years, you've been dating for 3 years. She really doesn't have anybody. Although, if it's not really affecting you, are we wrong to say, and I'm asking, are we wrong to cut something off for somebody who looks up? It's a mentor.
That sounds so
No.
nice, but no, you're not even touching my mom. That is my mom. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying it could be your brother, your sister, whoever.
No.
A
It sounds
connection,
all
your
good
family.
and
I
dandy.
don't think it is either because you know what?
Get
just like she was able to find your mother through association,
Go
which
find
was through
somebody.
you. She can find somebody else through somebody
That's
else.
mine. I'm gonna be a 2-year-old. Mine.
And you know what? I
But
I
that's
don't really
being
have that
selfish,
take
kind
on
of.
it. No, it's not. It's not really being selfish.
Mine.
You're looking out for the sanity. You're looking out for the health of you and even for her in the end, because when you think about it, whether she says it or not, if she's still coming around, then there is still some kind of interest, and in her subconscious mind, there's still gonna be this like
true.
this hope.
It is.
And then she,
Exactly. So it is not being selfish. It's actually you're looking out for yourself
Mind
and you're
you.
looking out for her.
Mind you.
Yeah, because if a woman is truly over you, dude, she don't want no party.
I agree.
Especially you keep the parents in limbo. The parents don't know what especially if she seems like the perfect girl for your parents.
Exactly.
Why you don't like
Yeah.
Maria? Maria is
Exactly.
nice.
Exactly.
You should date Maria. She always come and take care of me. And then all of
You
a
sound like
sudden,
you in slash Spanish, slash Chinese. Which one are you right now?
nah, but go ahead,
No,
little
I
boy.
gotta totally agree
You-
with
you
you.
feel
Q.
me?
Yeah,
I don't know.
definitely.
I don't know about that. Like
Nah.
I'm in a tough situation
Yeah,
like
nah,
that.
Get away from my family. Get away. Get away now.
I don't think it has to be cutthroat. Like, you know what?
Shoot.
That's it. Then end all ties here. But I do feel like there needs to be a transition of like, you know what? You know, this is uncomfortable. This is not healthy for you or for me. And whether you think it or not, it really is not a good thing.
It ain't no transition.
It isn't.
It ain't no
No,
transition.
I think there should be a transition.
I'm saying, for me, I've told girls that I date, listen, you're going to meet my family. That's good and dandy. But if we break up, don't come to my house. Don't, you have
think
no
that's a great way.
reason- You
Yeah, I
have
mean,
From the
no,
beginning.
if you're stating that from the beginning, then you know what?
There is no ties with my family, meaning you have them on Facebook, you have their numbers, you have anything. Do not contact them whatsoever. The only person if you want to contact and find out about me is me. Don't go to my house wondering where I'm at. Don't go to my house. If my father is sick, I don't want you at my house. I can take care of that. If my other family would take care of that. I won't even call you to take care of my father because you have no business there. No, you don't, because especially with parents, they want the best for you, and then many times when they meet the person you're dating, that person you're dating is showing the best side of them. So
True.
all of a sudden they're like, "Oh my gosh, I like Maria," you know, and you're like, "You don't know Maria done cut my car and did all this."
And
you
then
know?
Yeah.
you know what else is what else can happen as well, like, you know, the parents or the family members don't
get
know
attached.
like they get attached, and they don't know like the intimate things that
Yep.
happen between the two, and so they may still have this like they may still hold this person like high up on the pedestal,
Mm-hmm.
and when somebody else comes around, the energy is not going to be as genuine
Yep.
as it was with the first.
Get the hell away from my house. But go ahead, lover boy. You have something to say?
I think I'm doing more learning than talking tonight. Cause
But a relationship is a friendship. Like my thing is, hold on. Sometimes when you're in a relationship, over some time, let's say you date somebody for 4 years,
Cool.
you become friends with them. You know, you build a friendship. Sometimes, like you said, like Madhu said, like in a previous conversation that we had before, is that you stop seeing that person. Let's say you stop seeing that person as your
Yeah.
boyfriend, your girlfriend, or somebody you want, your fiance, but you become friends and you guys both communicate with each other and you become friends. But I think like that friendship, if they understand it, allow it. Now, if it's somebody who's like a pain in the butt who's scratching your car or whatever, she don't need to be coming nowhere
No-
close to you.
no
But if it's a
female.
good friendship, I think that's something that you should hold on to you.
No, I never said you
should
can't
hold
hold
on to.
on. I never said she just can't hold on to my family. That's my family.
But
my
if
friends.
she's your friend, she's coming over your house and so on.
no,
like,
if she's my friend.
that's a friend.
Hey,
No,
listen,
no,
no
no,
female,
no.
no female that I'm not dating comes to my house on a regular. You got life messed up if you come to my house on a regular. If you come to my house, you bring me something, we chilling for a second, but you're not coming in my bedroom. You come in the living room, we talking, having conversation. Only way a female that's my friend comes to my house is if she's having a breakdown, she needs somebody to talk to, and that is rare. Like I will meet you somewhere.
So you never had an ex who came to your house?
Yeah, but once again, not regular. Not regular. Especially while I have a girlfriend, you got life messed
Okay,
up.
but when you don't have a girlfriend,
When I
you
don't-
said it's rare.
Once again, it's rare because honestly, when I'm single,
But earlier you said you wouldn't have it at all.
she won't have no ties to my family.
But if she's coming to your house, she has to have some kind of tie with your family because she
once
sees your
again,
family.
She's only coming for me. Don't keep in contact with my family. Don't come for my father. Leave my father alone. Leave my mother alone. Leave my sister alone. Leave my friends alone. To be real, Johnson, Big Boss Johnson, when I was dating somebody, she was like, "Oh, I'm gonna keep in touch with Johnson." I said, "No, you're not." I said, "No, you're not." She said, "You can't control who I talk to." And I was like, "Listen here, very carefully. My friends are my friends. Your friends are your friends.
He did tell her that.
Hey, do whatever you want to do. But if you really want to have nothing to do with me, think about it. I told her straight out, think about it. If you have nothing to do with me, then you want nothing to do with my friends because my friends are going to remind you of me. So the only reason why you should keep in touch with those friends is if you still have feelings. Unless there is a big connection, friendship, and all that.
Look, man.
But at the end of the day, don't touch my friends. Leave my
Cut
friends alone.
all
My
ties.
friends.
I'll give you an
Friends.
example. I stopped talking to this girl, right? I had a mother on Facebook, her brother, her cousin. I blocked all their asses.
Exactly.
Cause I don't want nothing to do with you no more. You get what I'm saying? I cut you and I say, oh, you blocked me on Facebook. I'm like, yeah, your mama too. You get what I'm saying? That's real. Like, I don't want nothing to do with you because I don't want nothing that's gonna remind me of you. Or that. Like, just leave it alone. You stay where you at, and I stay where I stopped talking to her, and that's how you got to do it.
Yeah, right? Lover boy Gary.
Yeah.
You look very pensive.
No, seriously, because I'm thinking about some things, and I'm in like a mix of situations that I'm starting to have second thoughts about some stuff. Like, because you know what? Because like Rude Boy was saying, you might have a relationship with someone's parents or brothers or sisters or whatever the case is, and they think highly of you. And when I think about it, all the girls I date or their exes or friends, they all love me.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't blame them. I treat everybody with love, respect. I do a lot. I'm a fun person to be around. I like to think so. So I can understand why. But at the same time, and these are people who still, hit me up every now and then. Hey, what's up or whatever. And, oh, my mom asks about you and all this stuff. Like, okay, I don't see any harm in it because, I'm a very amicable guy. So it's like I don't go around just disrespecting people and it's like whatever. But at the same time, it is true that I did kind of set a high bar that someone else is not going to measure up to. So like, in their parents' eyes, they're just
Mr.
trading.
Perfect.
They're trading down. I mean, it is what it is,
Right.
So it's like, but I'm thinking like, maybe am I wrong?
You know what? You know what's funny? I can relate to that a little bit. And my ex, again, we were supposed to get married as well. And his family loved me, absolutely. And my family loved him as well. But, my family is a little more cutthroat. Like, all right, you gone? All right, cool. We loved you at one point, but you know what?
the
You're
point.
cool. But then, with his family, his younger sister, she would even, I don't know if she knew we broke up or not. This was like maybe like 6 months after our breakup. And, at that time I was still kind of connecting with his parents. I mean, they don't live here. They live in Freeport and Nassau. But I remember when I would call every once in the blue just to check on them, his sister sometime would pick up the phone when she was visiting and she'd be like, oh, hey, Maru, like, so when you coming back to visit? And I'm just like, I'm not coming back to visit.
Yeah.
Like, that's not happening. But I didn't know. I mean, I think I did know because at that time I still wanted to be with him, even though I knew that I shouldn't.
Yeah.
But, again, we're all human,
Yeah, yeah.
But after a while, when I realized that he moved on and he was with somebody, I consciously decided not to, contact his family anymore. And he and I would probably speak once in a blue. Because we probably talk once a year now, but every time we did, how's your family doing? But it's not like, tell your family I said hi. It's just, how is your family doing? And, it was that. But I understand that, at one point, it's because I still wanted, like, me personally, that attachment was still there. Even if I was with somebody else, that attachment is still there. And in order for me to have been healthier emotionally and psychologically, I had to just end it.
See, I tell every girl, listen, you meet my family, I know you love them. Ha ha, yeah, hey, he, hi. As soon as we over, you don't got no business calling them. We can exchange numbers. You can exchange numbers with my mom. If she call you, I don't want you picking it up. I don't care. It gets to a point. I just don't want that facade. I don't want you to keep acting like my girlfriend. Like, you still can talk to my parents. You still can talk to my homeboys. You still can ask about me. Nah, man. I keep my homeboys and my people up to date. I'll be like, yeah, what I'm saying, I was dating Trina, and then I hit up everybody. Listen, me and Trina over. So if she hits you up, she has no business hitting you up about me. Period.
Exactly.
And let me ask you a question. If y'all had a friend and y'all met your friends for the fellas, y'all met y'all friend's girlfriend for Miss Maru. If you had a friend and you met your friend's boyfriend,
Okay.
would you keep in touch with that friend's ex after they break up if they wanted to keep in touch with you?
I had to run that by my homeboy first.
You would have to run it by your homeboy?
I had my homeboy, look, I bumped into such and such, Susie or whatever her name is. Hey, she had me for my number. I didn't give it to her, whatever, but I probably gonna link up with her on Facebook. Is it cool with you? Or I would call you on the spot.
Yeah.
If you say no, no. I'm sorry, because I didn't date her. That's not my call. It's your call.
Yeah.
Me, probably not. Because if you're my friend, then I know the reason why y'all broke up. You get what I'm saying? It might be an ugly situation.
Yeah.
No,
if he
but
dogged
you
her.
you may know one side of the reason
Yeah,
why they
I don't
broke
care.
up.
That's my friend.
Oh, no, but so you're saying regardless, you wouldn't keep in touch with her?
No, I would not keep in touch
Oh,
with
okay.
it. Isn't no. I don't get friendly with my homeboys, girl. Not at all.
Gary Mitchell, what's up?
I'm trying to think if I've done this, but I don't think I've ever. Because you got the man code.
Yeah.
It does come into play. So, because one scenario, my brother was dating this girl for like a couple of years. They broke up. I was like, hey, you want me to delete her off Facebook? I'll do it. Okay.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, it's all right. Okay, I'll delete her.
Yeah, exactly.
He was cool. I was like, I don't care. What do I need to talk to her for? Like, what are we gonna talk about? Hey, what's up? My brother's not home, but I'm having a bunch of friends over. You want to watch a movie?
Exactly.
Whatever. But then at the same time, like, if it's somebody that I'm really cool with, and maybe I knew her before they got together, then that'd be a little bit different, So then
Yeah, that'd be difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
'cause-
would
I
be
wanted to touch
difficult.
up on that as well.
yeah. So it's like, and that's a scenario where I wouldn't just relinquish a friendship just because I'm gonna be loyal to someone I might be a little bit closer to. I would distance myself just a little bit.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to reposition your role into that person's life.
I agree.
No.
I was trying to think if I've ever been in that situation where I'm still friends with a girlfriend's ex. I can't say that has happened at all. And for the most part, most of my girlfriends, my intimate girlfriends, they've been with their men forever. So like we haven't really experienced that many exes like that.
Yeah.
So but no. I will say though, it's funny because just the day before yesterday, one of my best friends moved, and she's no longer here, unfortunately. But her ex-husband from years ago, I want to keep in touch with her, so I got on Tango. And I've never been on Tango. And all of a sudden, I'm getting on Tango. All these people are messaging me. I'm like, damn, like, why does it have to be so synced with everything else on your phone?
Yeah.
Because now everybody knows I have Tango, which I don't want that. But because I only got it for her. But then I got a text from her ex-husband from years ago. I guess my number was still on his phone. And, it's like, hey, stranger, what's up? But I didn't reply. And I'm like, I'm not talking to this dude.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't talked to him in years, so why would I talk to him now, first of all,
Yeah.
And even though her and I met him at the same time. We met at the same time.
Oh, okay.
And then I guess that boils down into what Gary was saying. Gary was saying about if you...
I'm about to cut you off. That's what I'm gonna do.
No, I just didn't know if I was about to say love a man or love a boy, but Gary came out. Anyway, when you have mutual friends from before you were dating or anything like that, that's kind of difficult.
Would you all? I mean, shit. For me, man. Go
I
ahead.
want to touch on that a little bit because because I'm gonna kind of contradict myself, like Sarah.
I understand. No,
Yeah,
I don't
you get what I'm
mind.
saying?
I don't
'Cause
mind.
We are mutual friends. You get what I'm saying? And I just don't like to play that two-faced thing. You get what I'm saying? Like, she want to talk to me about Q. And you ain't gonna, like, I don't like doing that stuff.
Yeah, back
Like,
then, yeah.
Yeah, you get
remember
exactly. But I'm talking about now as our present time, it's not going to happen.
But that's why you check that.
I agree.
When a person, because my thing first to not answer the first question, but I kind of put emphasis on it. If you guys are my friend before I start dating, man, when y'all break up, they ain't none of my business.
Yep.
You still my friend, you still my friend.
Yep.
Now, if you want to talk about the other person, look, that's where you stop because you're no longer disrespecting that person, you're disrespecting me. So if you got respect for me, you'll stop talking about the other person in good terms. And if you want to talk about, how he's doing, they ain't none of my business. And I had a friend who did that for some time, and I had to keep telling her, look, you cut that short. Or this relationship has to stop, not because of him, because you're not respecting my wishes. So at the end of the day, I think you could be friends with somebody, but if you never knew the girl and you met her through your boy, I think that's where you have to act. Look, is it cool? Now, sometimes like me, I know as a point, like my boys, my girl, I want my boys to be like brothers and sisters with my girl. If I'm dating her for a so long stint of time, if it's like 4 or 5 years, I want you to be able. If I be like, hey, can you pick such and such up for me?
Yeah.
I want you to do that. So now, if you build that relationship up after like during that time, and you say, well, Charles, I see such and such, and you say what's up. You say what's up to the person or whatever. To that point, I don't really care. Honestly, that's not my. I don't feel bad about it. Or I won't check you about it. Now, if you still hanging out with her, that's where it gets too far. But if you guys talk once in a while, I don't have a problem with it.
I want to say something about what he said.
Go ahead, yeah, because
I'm not gonna lie. I can be dating my girl for years, 6 years, 7 years, 10 years, 25 years, or whatever. You should not, at all. The only time you interact with my homeboys like that, where you are see my homeboys as brothers or whatnot, because I'm a true believer. You never know what may happen. You should not see them as brothers. You should not even see them as your best friend. They are my friends. I brought them to the table. Mine. I'm gonna be a 2-year-old. Mine. So I'm gonna just say no, because it may sound some would say insecure or jealousy or whatnot, but I would honestly try to keep that separate, because I don't want anything to ever get skewed in any type of way. Go on, Miss.
yeah,
Mary.
you know what, you kind of said something I wanted to touch on. And I don't know if Rude Boy was here for that conversation we were having about whether it was the friend zone or sometimes we talk. Sometimes we talk.
I was here.
Oh, you were here? Okay, I'm sorry, I don't remember. But I know that we, sometimes you guys were pretty much against me when I said that I think that men and women can be friends, right? So I think that they could. However, I do realize that one or the other is going to have feelings for the other. And it may not last forever, because they can come and go, and then eventually maybe the other one has feelings, but then the other one doesn't anymore, or whatever it happens. But the thing is that that's a slippery slope. Wanting your, I don't want none of my girlfriends to be like brother and sister with my man.
Exactly.
I don't. And it's like, I want y'all to be cool. And you can respect each other, and when we're all like in a group, y'all can hang and everything, and it's cool. You can crack jokes, I'm cool with that. But I don't want it to be like you feel free to give him a phone call and be like, hey, I need a favor. Like, sorry, you have your own friends.
Have y'all seen Best Man?
Yeah.
No,
That's all I have to say.
Yeah, but I'm gonna say
That's a
this,
movie,
because
though.
at the end of it, regardless of, I'm gonna be honest with y'all boys, and I'm gonna be honest with you, Miss Maru. At the end of it, if that is not actually your sister,
Yep.
I'm being honest and truthful. If that is not actually your sister, if that is your boy girl, and she bends over, your eyes will glance.
Of course, nature.
Because you're nature. It won't be like you're lusting, but that in itself, if I know that in
for
itself,
anybody.
Yeah.
well, what I'm saying is,
For men and women.
what I'm saying is that's not your sister. So I wouldn't want my girl to be around a dude, regardless of any case and stance. He can be my close. I don't care. You are not gonna be brother and sister with my girl,
I
because
agree.
at the end of it, any intimacy details, I am the only one that should
But
be
when I
involved.
say
I
brother
agree.
and sister, I mean that type
bad.
relationship. I guess regardless of the fact it does come off wrong. I'm not even correcting myself. Honestly, when I say brother and sister, I mean as a type relationship.
Yeah, of course.
Regardless. But at the end of the day, like what you were saying, Cupid, about the person's gonna look, I think this is where your friend comes as being respectful. She bends over. Your natural instinct is to turn, but this is where you check yourself, where you cut back like it's not right.
Yeah, but
You know what I mean?
but
That-
reality
No, I'm
is
just
how
talking
many
about.
times
no,
does
look,
that happen?
I'm not saying.
No,
I'm not saying you're
saying-
gonna stare. I'm just
No,
saying.
I'm just saying it.
It happens, and you can be like, "Oh man," and then you're gonna look away like, "That's his girl." I ain't
Yeah,
gonna look at
yeah,
that. You know what I'm saying?
But then it'll be one point in time where you cannot control this. You'll be like, damn, I never noticed how fine she is.
Nah,
you know what I mean?
I'm just
And-
not-
and- no,
I'm
no,
not
I'm
gonna be your
serious.
friend.
He's honest.
She's honest.
She's honest. I'm
She's
sorry.
she's honest,
She's
but I'm not
No,
just gonna
but
be
I'm-
your friend. I can't. My thing is, I think what it is with me, Maru, is that I don't mess with too many people, and when I do mess with you, like an everyday basis, I put you on a higher pedestal. So I give you all my respect for you to make that decision, and that's what I think is that me personally, nobody has to do it. But me personally, I allow it. Like, for instance, I would tell somebody, like my boy, P. Ray or somebody, I'd be like, hey, can you pick my girl up? if I'm at work or I'm out of town, whatever. Because at the end of the day, I know you. And if you make that mistake, that's between y'all. That's between y'all, and that's it.
You know what's funny? Because I
just me.
I understand that because because of my character, and the people that I associate myself with, or who I think I associate myself with, then I would trust them to do the right thing. However, I would never vouch for nobody. Not even my parents, not even my sister, my brother. The only people I would ever vouch for is my little nephew and my niece. I would never vouch for anybody older than like 7 years old.
We got off topic.
Yeah.
Let me say this. Let me just say what he said.
We can
I
just make
have
this a
no
topic.
disrespect. I have no disrespect to any friends I have. You know what I mean? But only dude I trust to pick up my girl is Cupid.
That's fine.
That's it. You get what I'm saying? Because I think me and Q then grow up now saying like we comfortable enough. Like yo, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's no disrespect to any dude. That's
But
just
he's in
like
your circle, though.
yeah. I mean,
Big
everybody.
boss. No, big boss. You understand? When I say he's in your circle, he's your circle. It's an everyday basis. Like if you're talking about that, I have a circle of Q. I have a circle of my boy P Ray, my boy Mingo, who's my right hand man. I have a my boy Blind. I have a circle who I would trust. That's brothers. You guys are one. Like you guys feel like there's nothing really unstoppable. You see what I'm saying? They're gonna break you guys apart. That's you consider him family. Put it that way.
Exactly.
And the way I was raised in my family, there's times that vice versa. My mom was hanging out with my dad's friends or whatever, one on one, and like I'm talking about at a party or something like that. You know what I mean? And they made sure she got home safe, or they walked her home. You know what I mean? I think it's a circle of people who you are with, who you respect, who become your family, that you would never think that. Now, they go ahead and make the decision. That's a whole nother story. But in the day, I give you the opportunity. Like, you trust Q? It's plenty of time I told, hey, Q, can you do me a favor and go do this? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But as time shown, he has shown himself and proved himself that I can even trust him even more. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Now, the time that Q or somebody tell me, oh, well, Q did, and we had conversations like this, hey, cuz, what do you, somebody told me what the deal is. Oh, okay. You got my respect. And keep on moving. Now, I'm not going to have some other dude who, honestly, like us in the room, I'm not going to say, oh, Gary Johnson, hey, go pick up my girl. Whatever, you know what I mean? It's
But
not
you know what? Like I agree. I can see why you say that because if let's say one of my man's like friends or something had to pick me up for whatever reason, because he was not available and I was stranded or something. Yeah, cool. But the thing is, because even when my sister was married before, and I would spend the night at her house, and she had to go to work the next morning, and her husband stayed at home, I stayed in the room. Mm-hmm. Like I stayed in the room. And I made sure, like, I when I showered, that I got dressed in the bathroom without, because I didn't want to walk through the little hallway to go into the studio. Yeah. So I made sure of all of that. And I didn't even ask him if he wanted me to make breakfast for both of us. Because I didn't, it's not that I distrust him. It's just that boundaries. And so I felt uncomfortable being in a house by myself with my sister's husband, knowing that I would never do anything. And I know, and I trust that he would never do anything. But again, I cannot vouch for anybody. Because at the end of the day, I don't care if I've known you for 20 years. I cannot vouch for you because we're all human beings and we all are susceptible to mistakes.
All right, let me go back to one thing. We'll get back to the topic. Would you let basically your ex keep relationship ties? Honestly, this is the reason why I don't date women with kids. This is one of the reasons why I don't do it. Because at the end of the day, that kid is going to get so attached to you. You're going to get attached to the kid. You're going to be all, oh my gosh, I can't wait to see Timmy. And then all of a sudden, y'all break up. The kid is asking about, where is he? And then you're like, well, I can't hang with you, but your heart is torn. You want to see him. But you don't want to see the girl. And that's her kid. So, she can say whatever she wants. So do y'all ever find a point? Have you ever found a point where you wanted to continue having those ties? Actually, another thing, do you want to continue going to a place where your relationship partner brought you to? Like, let's say they brought you to a certain restaurant. That was your thing on a Thursday night. Or they brought you to a certain gym. That's what gym y'all used to go to. Have you ever found yourself, have you ever found yourself still going there and you was wrong for it? Or Would you be mad if your partner continued wanting to go with that little tradition that you started?
I've never experienced that.
Really?
I've never experienced that.
Like if your partner brought you somewhere, or you brought your partner.
like I've never experienced that.
Oh damn.
Man, if you worried about that on a date or something, you just jacked up in the head.
Don't you, no, I mean, after you break up though.
After you break up, that's just a restaurant. Like, what's so serious about that? That
No,
to me,
no.
My restaurant.
But let me say, that is
Mine.
Look, that is to me. That is just something so minor and stupid that if you're with the person who you're having a great time with, you're overlooking that.
Can we get Stewie's voice on here? Mine.
Go ahead, Gary. I want to hear.
I think that come with something
Maturity?
more, not maturity.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to use that word. Something more. I know you don't like that word anyhow.
No. I was gonna say shit.
I
I'm
think
immature,
that
I
word
guess.
comes more with just somebody who, if you're over a relationship, or even you're not over it, you're bettering yourself by moving on. That's why you're with somebody else.
All right. What's up, Gary Mitchell? What do you think about the person continuously going where you brought them? And have you ever found yourself wanting to stay a part of those things or their family?
I have to say, I have never been so conflicted on this show before tonight.
You've been awfully quiet.
Yeah, because I'm sitting here thinking, like, yeah, but no. Like, because right now, I'm about to contradict myself again right now. I completely agree with Ruben. Well, no, not Ruben.
Who do you agree with?
I completely agree with the fact that it is your restaurant.
Mine.
All right. But the thing is, at the same time, I agree with Rude Boy in the sense that it's just a place. But then I'm conflicted because, listen, I have two scenarios. One, I went to a museum that I discovered with my ex. And it was cool. We had a pretty good time. Later on, I remember how much I had a good time, and I took a date there. And I was like, ugh. like we came here. I don't want to come back here because it's like memories. But then at the same time, me and my ex used to run at the same park. And I don't give a damn. I'm running at that park because it's comfortable. It's close by. One time I saw her there. I don't care. So it's like at the same time, I do feel like there are certain places I wouldn't go because it's a reminder. But you should also have the mentality that it's just the location. It is what you make it.
Nah, it's mine.
But I feel that way, and I really don't know which way I want to go with this because like I've done both, and I don't even know which. I don't know anymore. I don't know who I am tonight.
I think what Q was talking about is basically like, let's just say every Friday at 6 p.m. we meet up at Duffy's.
And
You
then
get
she
what I'm
come
saying?
with another crowd, or she end up going there at Duffy's.
Yeah,
I'm gonna look at her like she crazy. What you doing there?
You get what I'm saying? Like, I think, nah, you can't do that. Like, can you please just come at like 9 o'clock instead of 6?
I'll be like, why you here?
You get what I'm saying? Or go sit on the other side or something. You know, me personally, if I know she's gonna be there at the park at a certain, I would not go.
You wouldn't go?
I wouldn't go because
Nah,
it's
I would
just
force her
gonna.
to leave.
yeah, I've done that. I mean, I should have said that.
Dang.
Somebody got caught.
I mean, the reason why I say that because we get into a conversation like I used to come here all the time. 'Cause
Yeah.
I have a small patience. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
have little patience. I'm like, what? You keep coming over here. I told you don't come over here.
Yeah.
It's just gonna remind you emotions, feelings. Like we used to have sex in this park. We used to do this. We used to do that. We used to do that. And all the stuff.
Wow.
You come over here with your other dude and walk the same thing we used to.
So
like,
walk same path.
yeah, man. Like, nah, don't do that.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. But have you ever found yourself wanting to continuously be a part of your ex's routines, or be a part of their family, or be a part of their friends' lives?
I tried that.
You tried.
And
what?
I was rejected.
Dang.
I was rejected by her family. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
I was rejected.
That's fair, though.
They basically showed me like, so that's the reason why I was like, no, because so they basically like, every time I try to knock on the door, I like, hey. She look at me. She
No
like,
love.
Excuse me. No love. Dude.
Hey,
no
that's
love.
what it is.
Ooh,
Once you're
kill 'em.
outside the family, you know love, homie.
Boy, I get nothing but
what
straight
people don't
love.
understand is when you get married into the family.
Yeah.
Yes.
When you
Yes.
get divorced, you get divorced out of the family.
Not always.
What?
No.
Leave my family alone.
And you know what? This
Well,
is,
I'm saying that off of just experience throughout my family.
Yeah, true.
I
What?
think like my. Oh, go ahead. I'm
No,
sorry.
go ahead. You're
No,
good.
I'm just saying like through like my. I have 3 different stepmothers, and at the end of the day, like all of them, they're part of my family. When I go to Boston or Montserrat, wherever I go, England, I'm right into the family. You know what I mean? And regardless, my mother is best friends with my dad's mother. Like, they talk every day on the phone. My mother hangs out with the family up there, wherever island we're in, or go on vacation with them. I think it depends on the family, because sometimes, like we say in the Allen family, once you come into our Allen family, you stay. I know, but at the end of the day, you stay a part of us forever. You know what I mean?
But I'm
You know
talking
what?
about,
I do have to kind of agree with that a little bit. Sometimes it's a cultural thing as well, or sometimes it's like the way that you grow up. You know, I just lost my point because I was like, I was so intrigued by what you guys were doing.
Once you get my last name, you're in the family. Once you lose it, you're out of the family. That's it. Plain
but
and
I'm
simple.
thinking about. I'm talking about as far as to the point. Like, I'm not talking about as far as your stepmom, your father. I'm talking about as far as you. You get what I'm saying? Like, you the one who ain't gonna marry that woman. Do you honestly feel like you're gonna be comfortable going to her family reunion, going to they have a party
Yes.
or whatever barbecue? You gonna feel comfortable doing that?
That's how I was raised in my
And you
family.
gonna
That's why I use it as an example.
Man.
See,
That's what I think it goes by. I think it goes.
See
Honestly,
it.
I think it's like by experience. It's by how you're raised, or how things were done before. Because, like, for me, like, see that I don't know if that ever happened in your family, but I know in my family, like, it's happened over different generations. So to me, it's all right. Now I can understand where it's not right in different eyes, but if you're raised in that way, or you saw it and it happened and it worked,
I
you don't have a
agree.
problem with it.
I agree. I have to
Hold
agree
on.
with
But my
that.
question is to you. I'm talking about as far as you. When you was dealing with that girl, it was cool for you to go back to that girl house all the time.
A girl that I broke up with?
No, a girl that breaks up with you.
Yeah, I'm doing it now.
All right.
Yeah, but were you doing it immediately after breaking up, or were you doing it like after? Because this is something that
No,
I
because I was
wanted
up
to
the
bring
road.
up. But, well, all right,
I
circumstance.
can't answer that question.
Circumstance.
That's
but-
why it's hard because I'm
right,
on the
right.
road.
But this is something I wanted to bring up. Like how if you do decide to stay to keep the ties or whatnot, right? Like for me, it's funny because one of my brother's like first girlfriends that we can remember from when he was like probably a freshman or 8th grade or something. My sister and I, we never had a relationship with her really, but as we got older, because of Facebook and social media, you kind of just tend to connect. And we never really have like deep conversations where we talk about anything like that. But, we just interact on Facebook with her. And I haven't seen her since she was like 15, and we're like in our late 20s now. So, I think when it comes to, it depends on the circumstance. And now I think it depends on the platform. Because I connect with a lot of people now through Facebook that I wouldn't otherwise.
yeah.
I think period. With that situation, like I was just out of town. But when I was in town, soon we broke up. I had to give her space, which is honestly true. I had to, but her aunties and them was like every day, like after school, come over by my house. So I was on both sides of the fence, and I had to try to respect her. But at the same time, you can't. If a family member is telling you to come over, you can't disrespect them by saying, it's kind of hard. Let me not say you can't.
But then they also have to. But see, that's the thing, though, because then sometimes I feel like when it comes to that, then the family member is the one being selfish because they're not honoring or respecting their daughter or their niece, their feelings and the time and space that they need in order to heal.
See,
Exactly right.
I can't. What's wrong with you, little boy? You're just confused today.
I really am. Like, you know what? Because I had something I was going to say, and my root just made me change my mind. I'm like, well, that's true, too. I don't know. I really don't know anymore. Like,
I'm done. No, once we're done, you have nothing. If I took you to the gym, let's say if I took you to LA Fitness on Ives Dairy, you better go to the gym somewhere on Miami Shores or something.
You see,
It's my gym.
What? Let's say you and me were we were dating, Q. And let's say I never went to the gym before, and you introduced me to the gym, and I would go only when you would go. But then after, like, let's say years of dating and stuff, like, okay, this is part of my life now. The gym is part of my life, so
Yeah.
I'm always going to that gym because that's where I have my membership. But if and when we were to break up, then I'm going to be like, wait, I don't want to keep going there. I'm going to look for my own gym.
Exactly. See, that's what I'm saying. It's mine. I brought you there. Mine.
I'm just in a weird thought process right now because this is my thing. I completely agree with you because like me and my ex, we went to the same gym. we broke up. I don't go to that gym anymore because like I don't know if she goes, and if she goes, I don't really want to be with her
Exactly.
over there. So I work out elsewhere. The same way that if like a girl, if I dated, we didn't work out, and she follows me on social media, then that's cool. I don't care. I'm not gonna follow her back. So that's just one of those things. The same way that I don't mind if a girl is like communicating with my family, but I don't want her talking to my friends.
Yeah. Whoa, wait,
That-
you don't.
I know it
wait,
doesn't make
she
any
can,
sense.
She can communicate with your family.
But not my friends. I know. I don't try to find any logic in that because I'm still trying to figure that out.
I'm confused.
I am too. I just told
He's
you I'm
confused
confused.
himself.
Yeah, I don't want her talking. She could talk to my family, my brother and my sister. That is cool. I don't care. But I don't want my ex trying to hit Cupid up. Like what? Hey,
She ain't got no business hitting
yeah,
me up.
exactly. And that's just one of those things where I'm just like, okay, I don't really know where I'm going with that. Another thing is, I don't care if we, if we eat at the same places. I don't care if she's in the restaurant when I eat there. But if I introduce her to a TV show, I don't want her watching it anymore. I know. This does not make any sense at all. I'm not saying anything intellectual. This is borderline
That
ignorant.
boy just said mine all
know-
over.
you know-
I'm stepping out the building on that one.
You know what's funny? With one of the guys that I dated, we dated for like a six or 7 months, and I was the one who broke up with him. But he stayed friends with my friends, and I stayed friends with his friends. But it was because we're both artists and in the same scene, and so he introduced me to a whole lot of people. He introduced me to a whole lot of people, like both men and women. And some of us became even like really, really, really great friends. Mostly like his girlfriends. I became really good friends with them. Not ex-girlfriends, but his female friends.
Yeah.
And then some of my guy friends, they still connect and they go and watch him perform all the time and or invite him to parties and stuff, and I'm not invited. But for whatever reason. But like we still kind of then again we're still friends though.
Nah.
And one time I was out at an event with one of my friends that happens to be his friend as well, but because I introduced him, and he showed up out of nowhere. I didn't know he was gonna come out, and he showed up with a girl he was talking to, and everything was cool. Like we all sat on the same table and everything, but we were cool. But it doesn't happen with anybody and everybody. So I think it depends on the person, and I don't think there's a black and white for everything.
Man, ladies and gentlemen, we got to go to break. And when we come back, we'll be back with our final statements. But once again, you tuning in to Chase and Keep It in Poetry. And, man, we're talking about, a person you used to date, your ex, still have those relationship ties. Keep in touch with your family members, your friends. Go to the same venues that you introduced them to. I don't know about that, but we'll be back with our final thoughts. Chase and Keep It in Poetry, live in effect. We'll be back.
Ladies and gentlemen, Classic Element Event Planning presents Swirl, Sip, Savor, and Socialize in Miami. And we are a proud sponsor. It is a networking event geared to build positive connections that can foster innovative ideas, business opportunities, and/or investments, and personal relations. There will be local artists, singers, poets, authors, business professionals, and entrepreneurs, In Focus magazine, and much more. Guests from Palm Beach down to Miami-Dade will be present. So save the date, April 15, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. at Bar Melly's in North Miami, 725 Northeast 79th Street, Miami, Florida 33138. It is open to the public and there is no cover. Visit our website at www.chasingkeepinginpoetry.com for more information. We look forward to meeting you all in person.
Welcome back. Once again, you're here with us, Chasing Keeping It Poetry, live in effect. We're ending the episode with, once again, we're talking about in a relationship with your exes. With your exes. Are your exes allowed to still have relationship ties? Man, meaning, can they keep in touch with your family, your friends? Go to the same venues that you introduced them to. We're going to go to the closing statements first. Loverboy Gary Mitchell, what's up? What's your thoughts?
Well, my thing is, again, this is still something I'm really going to have to think about a little bit further on because I'm a little bit mixed up. But one thing that I do know that is consistent is that I do believe that it's good to keep good people in your life. And when I say good people, I'm not talking about good people that do things for you every now and then. I'm talking about genuine people. And I think that there is a lot of maturity, a strong level of maturity that you have to consider when you're talking about exes maintaining ties. and there is a sense of selfishness that everyone is entitled to. But if you do have someone that you dated or you're in a relationship with or married or whatever the case is, and they were there for you the whole time, and they were a great benefit to your family and all these such things, then I don't think it's wrong to allow them to continue to maintain those relationships. I don't think it's wrong for you to maintain a relationship with him or her. But I do feel like you are entitled to say, nope, you gotta go. But then you have to consider that person's feelings, because then you're taking away their life too. I don't know. I really don't know myself personally, because I'm still debating my own thoughts. But for other people, I think to each their own. That's the best I can tell you.
All right, that was the words from Gary Mitchell. Confused as hell today. We going to Big Boss Johnson Gene.
Well, for me personally, I feel that it's a very uncomfortable, uncompromised situation. There's no business that you and my family, we're not together. So, I mean, that's just how I feel about it, because it never comes out right, because at the end of the day, somebody is going to get hurt. And if you continuously coming around my family and everything, that tells me that you still have feelings for me, that you still want to be with me, and if I'm not feeling that same way, you really need to take that into consideration, because it could be a very, very hurtful thing. That's what I gotta say.
All right, that was the words from Big Boss Johnson Gene. Miss Maru, what's up?
Yeah, I gotta agree with you on that, Jay.
Thank you.
Yeah, I really do. However, I think that as individuals, we have the right to choose who and who we don't speak to. But taking into consideration, we have to respect, other individuals and their wishes. I do have a certain standpoint. The thing is that sometimes I feel that some people were meant to be in each other's lives. So whether you would have met somebody through your ex or not, sometimes some people were meant to meet. It doesn't matter what kind of relationship would come out of that. But when in regards to the family, I really think that there should be a level of respect and boundaries set, because you never know what the other person is feeling. You never know, like subconsciously or even consciously, just not letting you know what their intentions really are, and how that affects your life, your intimate life, your family's life. And I just think another person's feelings have to be taken into consideration when it comes to cutting the ties.
All right, that was the words from Miss Maru. And we're going to Big Bo. I'm sorry.
Try again.
Rude boy, speak to us. Let us know what's your thoughts. Mr. Perfect tonight.
Nah, this ain't Mr. Perfect night. I'm never perfect.
All right, let's go with it, Rude boy. What's your thoughts?
I just say to all the listeners, pretty much, if you're in a relationship and you guys build that friendship that's so strong that after you break up and you have that bond and it doesn't affect the future relationship, I think you should go ahead and continue. But I do say that if you're in a new relationship, you need to go ahead and allow the person that you're with at the time being to know what exactly you're doing, because it doesn't only affect you, it affects that person also. But if you're on the opposite of the stick and the family adores you, I think you should give that person their level of respect, as we spoke about tonight, by staying your distance, but also communicate with them when the time is right for you to come around, because you don't only build a relationship with that person, but you build it with people around them and their family. So with all that being said, a relationship sometimes ends sourly, or it works out to your benefit. But if you can't control the situation, I say enjoy the situation. Everybody understands the fact that love is a four-letter word, and it can create a lot of disasters, but at the end of the day, it can also create bondage amongst many things. And I just think that we have to know when to decipher when to use it. So with that, that pretty much closes everything. And just remember that I see a relationship as Moses splitting the sea. It could definitely destroy many things, but it also at the end of the day create a new journey for people ahead of the split of the C. So just keep that in mind. The Rude Boy out.
All right, that was Rude Boy thoughts. I ain't even gonna lie. He lost me for a second, then he got me.
Yeah, that was a very weird
I'm not gonna lie.
analogy.
No.
But at the
No,
end,
it
was
got
like,
it.
oh,
No,
okay.
it got there,
It
but
hit
I was,
on point. At the end, like I was like, oh,
yeah, I was like,
deep.
wait, split the ocean, like you on one side, I'm
got
on the
it.
other side.
He hit it nice. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, Chasing Cupid and Poetry. Once again, check us out at www.chasingcupidandpoetry.com. Check out our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about should exes have relationship ties. I'll end this saying this just like I started. Mine. Everything is mine. That's how I see it. If I introduce you to my family, it's cool that we stay friends. But my family, my friends are mine. Do not contact them without me. If you have no business interacting with them. Because before me, you did not know them. So after me, you do not know them. So that's the main thing, in my opinion, for all those people that still try to intertwine themselves in their exes' families and their exes' friends. Come on now. Some of you may be having a best of heart, trying to just be friends. But others, look at the reason why you're doing it. Are you actually doing it whether to get back to your ex, get back at your ex, try to see your ex more often, try to cause problems? I mean, come on. You have to look at it in that standpoint. But for me, if I'm dating you, no. Get the hell away from my family. Get away from my friends. Do not contact them. But that's my words. Once again, Chasing Cupid and Poetry, live in effect. Thank you for listening and keep listening to us. We're always here to entertain.